Hey Momshies, it's Mommy Ruth, and on this vlog, I'm going to give you Upwork client advice so that you can avoid scams. So you could avoid people cheating on you as a freelancer. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we start, I just want to say my background. I am Mommy Ruth and I've been doing YouTube video editing, YouTube SEO optimization for clients for the longest time here in the platform. And I have had my experiences of more than a few clients scamming me out of my freelance work. So these are the things that I have learned throughout the process and I'm passing it all to you. So hopefully you would not get scammed as well as I was. Okay, so the first tip is really difficult, but it's the really surest thing to get your money is when you use the Upwork platform. That's my tip. Just get your money from the Upwork platform because it's a sure thing. It's especially if it's an hourly basis type of job, it's there, everything that you need is there, because most of the scams that I have experienced are people asking me to go away from Upwork and pay me through PayPal, pay me directly and things like that. I mean, I think it's okay if you have a professional relationship already established with this client. You could go ahead and opt for that option of going away from the Upwork platform. But you know what, guys, the reason that some clients haven't still paid me and they have this option to just ghost me and not pay me anymore for the work that I've done, it's because I have agreed that they would pay me on PayPal on some occasions, and I have like 2 clients who still owe me money up to this day, and there's nothing that I could do. I cannot report them to Upwork, I could not do anything, so I'll just chalk it up to experience. So these 2 clients, most of them, they just said, are you more comfortable? Usually they will say, do you want to keep most of your money? Because I know Upwork takes a percentage when you get your money from Upwork, and I think it's okay. It's price, the percentage that they take is worth it instead of me paying 100% all of the money lost because I trusted this client that I don't really know, and getting paid, let's say 80% of the money is better than getting paid 0% at all. So you know what I mean. So that's my first tip. Use the Upwork platform for payment and all of that transaction, especially if you are being paid by the hour. Next tip that I would like to say is be wary of clients who say, I would never cheat on anybody. It's like the thieves, like those are their lines. For me, I wasn't even thinking that during the conversation, so it was like something that stood out. Now, why is she telling me all of this? You know, I didn't even ask her. So I don't know, she just sound kind of hyper, nervous energy that you have around her when she's trying to convince me to use PayPal. And I was just quiet and I was just, okay, let me think about it. And then she says all of these stories, and after one after another, and one of them that really stuck with me is she said, nah, I would never cheat on anybody, you can trust me. You know, those are the things that people that say, I don't know with you, but in the movies, people who are like doing these things, these are usually their lines. They're already defensive even if you are not asking them about it. So yeah, just beware of clients who say those things, especially if it's out of the blue and it's not even in the topic and they're not talking about it. Okay, so if you are ever going to do a project-based work in Upwork, the one that is they will pay you once it's done, you could send them a preview copy, a screenshot of what you did, or a YouTube video on your channel of a video editing that you did, and it's a let's say it's unlisted. Okay, so anything that is not downloadable on their part for the work that you did, just for them to review if there's any revisions, and once they approve it, just tell them that, okay, just send in the payment and I will send you the downloadable form. So whatever it is, whether it's a X deal. You know, if you're just starting out, you could do work for free and then ask them for a testimonial on your profile, and then just tell them that, okay, after you send in the testimonials, I will send you the downloadable file. Because the moment that you send the downloadable file to them, like it's in G Drive, it's in Dropbox, anything that they can download for themselves for the work that you did, there's no reason for them to pay you, okay? Because also I am part of a freelancer Facebook group, and there's a lot of people saying that some clients dispute their work after they send in the final copy, and then it's gone, you know. You don't get paid for the work. Okay, my child is crying. Please don't mind. The husband is there. Okay. So that's my third tip for you guys. Make sure that you get paid first before you give any downloadable type of file to any project-based type of work that you're working on. But if, for example, you're working on an hourly basis and that's your deal, it's okay. But for people who are going to pay you project-based, there's a chance that they will not pay you and they will dispute your work instead. Even if it's in the Upwork platform already, okay, they can still do that. So yeah, that's really not nice. And you can reply, okay, sure, as soon as you settle the payments on the account, then I will send you the Google Drive link. So say, can you just send it to me? I'll send the payments later. Just say, oh, I'm sorry, it's standard Upwork procedure for it. It's in the bylaws, or it's in the Upwork Academy. It's mentioned there. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I've done a lot of these things because I was doing a lot of test jobs for people, and then some test jobs, they pan out, they get paid, but some test jobs, they just get the downloadable file and there's nothing, you don't hear from them anymore. So I got a lot of experience getting scammed that way. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Here, just for scammy people in general, these are like one of their traits that is like so common. So people who rush you the most is usually they're very suspicious, because most people who rush you, I have this client that she's always in a rush. She has her class launching and things like that. She has a whole week talking to me, but then she would rush me during the weekends to finish things that she needs on Monday. So there was even a time that I didn't sleep for 3 straight days because I just want to finish everything that she needed for her launch. But sadly, that client did not pay me, still haven't paid me, and it's been months. So I just noticed it's like a common denominator for clients who are not gonna pay you. They're always rushing you, they're always like trying to do things in a rush, especially scammers. I've tried people scamming when I was much younger on the cell phone, on the text. They're gonna say, this is your mom, I've been in an accident, I need money ASAP, things like that. I think it's an element of they can put you in a panic mode, then your logical mind's not there anymore. So be wary of clients who always rush you in your work. Just set boundaries with them. Just say that for a video editing, my standard turnaround time is 48 hours after you send all the raw materials. So it should be clear from the beginning that those are the things that you do. And then if they say, okay, can you make it 24 hours? And then you could say, okay, let me check with my schedule. And then if you're amenable for it, and then go. And then if they still try to push you, well, can you send it to me? How soon can you send it to me? Can you send it to me sooner? It's kind of like standing your ground and being there to say that, I'm sorry, I'm not afraid to lose this client because these are my boundaries, and yes, I need money because I'm freelancing, but there's a professional way of getting things done. I also have a life, and I'm not your 24-hour slave. So just make sure that you be wary of these clients, because that has been my experience. So in relation to that, my final tip is clients who always ask you this, then you could kind of sense what kind of person they are. If they're the kind of person that doesn't respect boundaries, or they're just plain rude, don't work with clients like that, because those clients are mostly most of the time, 100% of the time, they're the ones who will not pay you and they don't care what you think, because they can't even, you know, communicate with you in a normal way that people who respect other people do. So yeah, just stand your ground. You are the freelancer, you have the skills that they need. They're coming to you because they don't know how to do things like that. And if you are being fair to them and just communicating that this is your boundaries, and if they constantly try to push your boundaries and try to rush you or try to say I'll pay you later and things like that, don't work with clients like that. They're most likely scammy clients, and they're most likely not gonna pay you. So just move on, girl or boy. Okay, if you follow or abide by these tips, hopefully you will not encounter and experience what I experienced, wherein there are so many test jobs are not paid, regular clients not paying me and owing me hundreds of dollars because of it. So now I have learned, hopefully, my lesson, and now I'm sharing with you. These are the things that I have implemented moving forward from those clients, and so far so good. I get all my pay from Upwork. I don't mind the cut because that is my insurance payment. That is my insurance policy that this client is gonna pay me. Okay, so to summarize, my 5 tips for you guys is use the Upwork platform for payments. Be wary of people who say, I never cheat on anybody, I am an honest person, I am an honest client, and I always pay everybody, I never scam anybody, especially if they say that. So they're probably doing it if they have to say those things. Third is never send that final downloadable copy of your work unless you are paid. Don't give them the chance to run away from you. Okay, so again, the 4th tip is people who rush you, they're most probably scammers. So don't go with clients who's always in a rush, because that also says that they're disorganized, they're disorganized, they're not serious in their business, and they're probably gonna forget paying you because they're so disorganized in their lives. So don't work with clients like that. And don't work with the last but not the least, don't work with clients where you sense that they don't respect your boundaries, or they're not respectful of you as a freelancer, because they will not think twice on skipping on paying you. So that's my 5 tips for you guys. I hope that you learned something from this video, and if you did, comment down below what other type of Upwork tips you want from me, and I will be happy to make that video. So if you're curious what I do on the Upwork platform, I am an SEO expert for YouTube videos, and I also do YouTube video editing. And if you want to learn how to do YouTube SEO, I have an online course on Skillshare. Take advantage of it for free. So that's what I do on Upwork. A little introduction about me. For the meantime, you could check out my other Upwork tips to get hired quickly. Actual income vlog video here. And with all that said, I'll see you on the next video. Bye!